back in the fall, we did a series called Sun Stand Still, and Sun Stand Still, and we had a bunch of prayers that we did at church, and we had a lot of people praying about big things and asking God for things in their life that they couldn't have, had happen any other way. And I remember when we met with the overseers at our church, we talked about everybody's Sun Stand Still prayers. And I wrote them down, and I just found this thing, and I want to just read to you a few of these things that God has answered. Pretty much every one of these prayers that we were praying back in September, God has answered. I was praying for a breakthrough experience with and for my daughter, Rachel. And, man, we have had that in an unbelievable way. You'll have to ask her about the details, but she is on fire and huge. We asked for 40 new believers to come to Christ that fall in the fall by November 20th, and we had that happen. I was asking God to extend the reach of my ministry through video and some social media things, and that has happened. One of our other overseers was asking that he'd be able to get out of debt and not be going to the hole having to borrow money every month, and that has happened. That his kids would own their own faith and come to church and be involved, and that has happened. Another one, that he'd have stability with his business, and that he would be comfortable with that financial freedom and margin, and that has just now happened. Another one had asked, he had no business, his business was like completely gone dry, and he was asking that God would provide and that he would bring business, and now he's so busy he doesn't know what to do. Another one was asking for somebody that he loved that was struggling with some compulsions and things, and that has happened, that's gotten better, and these people are getting freedom and healing. I look at all of these things, and God just keeps answering prayer after prayer, and I'm so thankful that God challenges us to ask, and He has for some reason set up the world in such a way that He does things in response to prayer. He could do it without us praying. He could do it without us, but He's chosen not to. He's chosen to do things when we ask, and then when we act in faith. We ask for what we believe that it's His will to give us, and then we act to make those things happen, and God provides. And this Sunday I'm going to talk about faith and expectation, and how praying expectantly is really what faith is about. Faith is about expecting that God's going to answer. And when we prayed these things, I expected that God was going to answer them, but I still had a little bit of doubt. I still wasn't sure how He was going to do it. Some of them were kind of big, but God did it. And He continues to do it, and He's going to do it this Sunday at Mountain View, and I'm really looking forward to and expecting that He's going to do some great things. So think about, what is it that God has been doing in your life? If you were praying these prayers and Sun Stand Still prayers, ask yourself, or go back and look and see what it was you were praying for, and see if God answered it. I've got this board behind me of all the ways God answered prayers in the fall. We wrote a lot of these things down, and some of these were your answers to prayer, but I'm excited to see what God's going to do next as He answers some new prayers.